Unpopular honesty, don't compromise your integrity. Keep your eyes on your grind, try to find longevity. Make your mind extensive, swift with your pensive. Don't sugarcoat your feelings cause the world too sensitive. No participation, distinct articulation. Eardrums devastated through multiple conversations. The game elevated, undesirable, understated. No wonder the blunder faded when facts are situated. The realness anticipated, powers that be hated, independently related. Yeah. Welcome back to Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. My name is Cornbread Capone, and on the line, please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi, I'm Lavon Hayes. They call me Vonnie, that's my nickname. I'm a writer and also a publicist for some artists.
That's what's up. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, you're a real hip hop fan, which is something that I can't say for a lot of people in the world today because a lot of people don't know what real music is. But for everybody to know, do you have a top five?
Oh, top five. Dang. All right. Dang, I love so many people. Okay. Tupac, Nas, um, DMX, Young Chris from the Young Gunners. Um, Shit, who's gonna be my last one? Kendrick. I'm gonna have to give it to Kendrick Lamar.
That's a solid top five. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no complaints about that one. As a publicist and a writer in the game, do you see the inconsistencies that are out there?
Being on social media apps, definitely. Um, because when you're on a social media app like Clubhouse, for instance, you take in different artists, like you listen to different styles and all of that, and there do be some inconsistencies there.
Hmm. Well, I already knew about the inconsistencies that exist within music. What I was talking about was in terms of the business end on the business side, which artists should pay attention to. And I was talking to a friend the other day, and I was telling him it's amazing that I could talk to a rapper who is aspiring. They haven't arrived yet, but they're aspiring to be. And they could tell you how much a chain costs, a certain kind of car costs, a certain kind of house costs. But if you ask them about publishing, they're going to look at you dumbfounded. If you ask them about ownership, masters, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, they're going to look at you like you're from another planet. And that's what I'm talking about as far as inconsistencies. Like,
Oh yes,
you know,
yes. Like, all right. So everybody using these apps to network, connect, whatever, which is all good and well. But like you said, you want to make sure you know what you're doing before you get into that. So, for example, if you are collabing with someone on a song, you want to make sure that the both of you are getting paid. So, um, I learned about split sheets, and I had to know because one of my clients was asking me, and I'm like, well, did you talk to your manager? They don't have a manager. So I'm like, well, I'll find out about it. Long story short, they didn't do the split sheet, and they got on somebody's song, and they was real heated about it. And I was like, I mean, shoot, I'll be mad too. But it's just one of those things you gotta know.
yeah, because it's part of the game, it's part of business. Are you from Philly?
I'm actually from Hampton Roads, Virginia, Hampton, Virginia, and
Oh,
I've
okay.
been in Philly. I lived in Philly for like 7 years, and I go visit every all the time, really. But Philly is my second home. So musically, I was there networking with a lot of artists and things like that.
Okay. Are they listening to the same type of music we listen to down here?
Virginia?
In Philly.
Mm, whatever's on the radio, it's pretty consistent. I just don't listen to a lot of the radio, so I could be honest to tell you, like if you were to tell me a name, I'd be like, who is that? Probably didn't hear it, but because I always listen to my playlist, but they pretty much listen to the same stuff in Philly, like in Virginia. So whatever's on the radio, whoever's popping, you know.
Hmm. And how do you I gotta ask you this because you are a woman, and actually you're the first woman to be on this platform, actually. But
Oh,
I wanted to ask you that how do you feel about the current climate of female rap today?
well, what I feel like now, for instance, you know, people say all this and all that about Megan Thee Stallion, but what I do know is I was listening to her before she like you know got that blow up moment, and she was going the fuck in. But I think what happens a lot of times in the music industry, you know what I'm saying, they want people to follow a formula. And so a lot of times, you know, unfortunately, a lot of the female rappers have to talk about sex and all this because it's what's trending for them. But it's not to discredit her for her skills because she definitely got some lyrical skills. It's just that, you know, sex is her topic.
And that's what you think for because that would be okay. Is an explanation for her, but we all know it doesn't stop with her, and it's tens of thousands of other female rappers who all have the same content. A lot of them have the
Yeah,
same look. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the same. Outside of Rhapsody, I don't hear nothing different as far as on from female artists, and it wasn't like that in the '90s because you had the Brat, she was doing what she was doing, but then at the same time you had a Missy Elliott who was doing something totally different. You had Lauren who was doing amazing shit, and then you turn around and you have a MC Light or Queen Latifah, or and everybody's doing different things,
right.
and it
And
was
that's the thing. That's the formula. Like back then, they had different people to look up to. Like, all right, let me listen to this person, and they might, you know, decide to put their style that way. But now there's really not many to choose from that's on the radio. Like, it's really nothing. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but
no, you
it's
being
really
real.
one. Right, it's just one style. It's just one style. It's like they're not the radio like back in the day. They gave us different people. They gave us different styles, but now it's like they're dumbing it down to like one particular style, one particular type of way that you have to be, and it shouldn't be that way. Everybody should, you know, they should allow a variety of people to come through and not just one template.
I agree with that. I mean, I stopped listening to secular radio back in 2007 because I saw what was about to happen before it happened. At that time, when they allowed, what's the little kid from Atlanta who blew up off of YouTube, Soldier Boy, when they let him in the door,
Oh, wait a minute.
when they let him in the door with that bullshit, I knew that rap was slowly going down the drain. And you can look at it. Every award show after that became weaker. It seemed like double XL freshman cover. They had a good first couple of years, but then after a certain point, in the toilet. Everything, you look at people freestyles and you started laughing. It became a joke. It became humor. You know what I'm saying? Like it was laughable because they took skills out of the equation for having a hit. Now you could just be dumb and have a dumb song and have a hit, and it's accepted. That's what it became. I didn't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So, just from, what I'm saying, my perspective and how, what I'm saying, I saw it or whatever. But as far as you writing, do you write music for artists?
Oh no. Writing, I write stories, and now I write articles. Yeah, I don't write music. When I was in high school, that was just I rapped a little bit, but that was just to have fun. It wasn't nothing serious. But writing has always been serious for me. So I do have two books on Amazon Kindle called Diamond Dreams as a part one and two. So that's like the urban fiction category is what they put it in. So yeah.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. But back to the music. Now I wanted to ask you about Clubhouse. Because Clubhouse is a very interesting place, to
Mm-hmm.
say the least. I mean, I haven't been on there that long, but I can already tell, I can off the rip tell that I can't talk about music with everyone because everyone doesn't understand. That's a
Yeah, it's like everybody. I mean, everybody has their opinions. I might not agree with everything someone is saying, but at the same time, I do let them get their voice out and listen. And that's what we have a problem with on Clubhouse. Like, you can say one thing and they'll cut you off, won't let you land your plane. Even if you don't agree with the person, just let them finish. And that's the problem. Like, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. And I know you mentioned Soldier Boy earlier, but I know you don't deal with it. But look, Soldier Boy create. If it wasn't for Soldier Boy, I don't think we'll be having like Clubhouse and stuff like that. He created his music from MySpace. Like, he started the social media thing.
he started
That's
the
it.
social media thing.
He did. He
Mm,
did. That's how
I
he
give
blew
him
up.
I give him the
MySpace.
first person to blow from YouTube, to use YouTube and blow from it. I give him
And
that
MySpace.
because
Yeah, he made
that's what he
MySpace
did.
popping.
But social media was, because I remember Facebook back then, and I didn't like Facebook back then because it was just like a way for you. It was really started for college kids to keep up
College
with their
kids, yeah.
families while they were in college. That's what it was started
Right.
for. But then as they modified it and changed it, it turned into something else. And then,
Right.
now it's something else now. I really don't. Truthfully, I don't like Facebook, but that's another story for another day. I'm not gonna bash them right now.
Yeah, all them social media that they're used for different things, and just as like Clubhouse, like the whole point of Clubhouse is the network. Unfortunately, that's not what a lot of people do. So,
Well, I've been
um,
networking. I mean, I done met producers. I met you. I met another artist. I met, I meet, what I'm saying, people here and there. It's not a lot, but I meet them, and I definitely make those connections because that is what it's for. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Yep.
But in Philly, well, where you are in Philly, um, and the music that you promoting, are you confident in the people that you are promoting and backing
Honestly, yeah,
musically?
yeah. I'm definitely confident. There's an artist. Well, he's from Philly. He lives in Virginia right now, but he's an R&B artist. His name's Taki Bazir. And I told him, I said, I just feel like you about to really bring back that sound that we've been missing from R&B. Like, he remind me of like how Cisco was, you know what I'm saying, with his vocals. I mean, because he could sing like that in real life, you know what I'm saying? It's not just on the track. So I believe in his music for sure. Um, yeah. So the people I work closely with, I definitely believe in them, and I push them all the time. So if I didn't believe in them, nobody would hear the name out of my mouth.
Hmm. R&B music, man. That's another subject that rarely gets touched on this platform, but I want to ask, since we started talking about an R&B artist, Um, there is a major hole in R&B, and it's been there for years, which is why you have people saying what you just said about the sound being missing. In a lot of cases, R&B identity has been swapped out with hip hop's identity.
Right.
Because if
Like
you
how I was just confused. I was watching the what's the BET? I don't remember what it was, but I was just trying to figure out how this person got R&B when it was like hip hop. I can't remember who it was, but it was. I was like, that's not R&B. Like, what happened to the groups? You know, we had Jagged Edge, Drew Hill, 112. Like, what the hell? What they at? What the Genuine's at? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
what's going
because
on?
I have a friend who does R&B music, and we talk almost every day. And I was telling him yesterday, I was like, I can give you two examples where it just didn't sound right to me. And I felt like these artists were established enough and already had their own sound to where they didn't have to go that route. Mary J. Blige recently put out an album.
Mm-hmm.
I heard maybe two records, and I was like, nah. But compare that to my life, or better
Like,
yet, compare that to what's the 411, and it don't compare. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and I'm gonna give you another example. Years ago, R. Kelly had a record called "That's My Story," and I'm sticking to it. And I believe he had 2 Chains on the record, if I'm not mistaken. But when I heard it, I said, "Hell no!" Now compare that. Now compare that to 12 Play, and it pales in comparison because it doesn't compare. And
right,
he already had a sound. He didn't have to go that route.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like artists, not all, but some, or make, veteran artists, artists who have been around, who already have their own sound and their audience, for some reason, make music to cater to this new audience.
Yeah.
And a lot of time it
I
don't
think they feel
sound
like
good.
yeah, I think they feel like they have to do that or something. Like I remember, when Brian McKnight, I thought it was a joke. He had came out with a song. I do not know
I
the
think
name
I
of it,
remember.
but
I think I remember what you talking about too.
yeah, but I think I want to say that it was a joke. I don't know, but anyway, the song was like I was like, hold up, how we come from back at one to this? But I think he said it was a joke though.
Yeah, I remember that because it had everybody talking about it.
It was funny though. When every time I hear it, I bust out laughing. So maybe it was dope, but I mean that's just what the music is like that. Some of it, like it's like that.
So
Um,
all the artists you back, they're just R&B, no rap.
oh no, I have rap artists like Six Murder or O Murder. Um, Now he does melodic rap. Um, but his voice, you know what I'm saying, he tells a story behind his voice. So um, he been through a lot, and he just really show that through his music. So I just know he's gonna do good. So I believe him. Who else? Sosa Belly. He raps. He's from Atlanta.
Okay.
Omerta, he's from Mississippi, but he in Atlanta area. Sosa Belly, he's from Atlanta. Now, I guess you can call. I don't know what genre to really put it in. Maybe trap and some melodic, but you know what I'm saying. His voice, he definitely got a powerful voice. So I do rally behind him heavy.
Hmm.
I have a regular artist
You have
that's
a
my
who?
client as well.
You have a reggae artist, you say?
Yep. He lives in Ghana. He does Afro beats and reggae. So he has a blend of sounds. He does the Afro beats, Afro fusion, and then the reggae.
No, I have an affinity for reggae music because when I was younger, I used to watch, back when BET was worth watching, they had a show called Caribbean Rhythms that would come on
Oh
every Saturday.
yeah,
And I would
I
watch
remember.
this show religiously because I always thought the host was beautiful. But in watching the host, I'm watching the reggae videos too, and I'm like, it's a lot like rap because it's like they rapping in their own language if you pay attention to it. But a lot of it was I was jamming. I didn't know what they were talking about. Sometimes they were talking about making love to a woman. Sometimes they were talking about killing somebody. But the music was jamming. I couldn't front on that. And
Hmm.
back then at the parties, they would play not a lot, but they would play probably like the hottest record. I definitely remember Boombastic playing because that was a
Oh,
big, that was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That was like commercialized, but I do remember the Super Cats, and I do remember the who you had, Lady Saw,
Lady Saw.
the one who did oh,
I got your
bum
man.
bum 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 bila bum bum. Now who did that one?
Yeah, that was that Lady Saw? Well, I know she. I got your man. That's she got did that song. I got your man.
Wow.
Um,
And I
yeah. Do you
remember
remember that one?
Patra.
I don't want to sing it, but yeah, those are my songs. She got that. What else? There's a lot. There's a lot. But yeah, that was one of the starters of the party. One of
Yeah.
those that song.
Well, before we get up out of here, would you like to plug your social media and tell people where to follow you at?
Yes. My Instagram is Goddess Vonnie. That's GODDESS. V is in Victor. ONNIE. And I'm on Twitter. Goddess Vonnie 444. Actually, scratch that out. Twitter is Goddess VVEE 444. I couldn't do the Vonnie. I am on Clubhouse as Goddess Vonnie, and I'm also on Fanbase, which is a Black-owned app, as Goddess Vonnie as well. Also, you can visit my website at Rooted444. That's ROOTED 444.com, where you can, if you need to interview my clients or if you need me for any services, just contact me there.
Thank you, Goddess Vonnie, for gracing us with your presence. And we shall do this again sometime in the near future if you are available.
For
And
sure, yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
no doubt, no doubt. And I'm Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty. And we'll see y'all later, man. Y'all be good.